Hey there, what's going on everyone? This is Sue again. I hope you guys are doing well. Wanted to give you guys another success tip for today. And today's tip is when you have your sights set on your goals and you're moving towards it, the tip is to not look back, right? Don't look back and second guess yourself. See, a lot of people, they fail to achieve their goals because they're always looking back. They always have, their past or their comfort zone, if you will, as their backup plan. So instead of just working hard and going through towards their goals, regardless of all the obstacles or how shaky or how rough it gets, they set their sights on their goals and they keep moving forward towards their goals. It reminds me of a conversation I had with my mom just a while back. When I first started in this business, I was really excited, and I told my mom about it. And I told her that I had quit my job and everything. And, at first she was kind of like, unsure. She was like, what did my son do? And of course, being a mother, you're concerned about your children and you don't want them to, struggle, right? So, of course, I expected it. I expected from a lot of people to, say, hey, are you sure or whatnot? But, for my mom, I know that she cares about me. And, like I said earlier before in my other video, I said, when someone, pushes back on your dreams, or if they question you or criticize you, you want to just, thank them and use it as motivation, right? But, for my mom, we have a good relationship, right? So, I can talk to her and tell her, explain to her, what my dreams are, because she's, I get a lot of my personality and my, like my dreams and my confidence and stuff from my mom, because she instilled that in all of us, growing up, because she's always lecturing us and giving us ideas and stuff like that, right? So she actually asked me, she said, because I explained to her, I got big dreams and stuff like that, right? And then she says, well, that's a good thing, but, you don't just like drop your job and just go out and do this. You have to wait until, you start building a foundation first, and then you quit your job, right? So I told her, because I told her what I had learned from my previous experiences with business and working and going to school and starting a business and trying to do something on the side, doing a business opportunity on the side. It never worked out for me personally, because my attention, my focus, is not all in the business, because I was still working full time. I was going to school full time, and I was trying to do an insurance business. I was trying to get into the insurance industry, and it was just a tough thing because I couldn't really manage all of the things that I had going on in my life. You got work, you got life, you got family, and you got school. And then I have an insurance business, which, I really enjoy doing. I thought, I knew at that time, I was like, I could do this. I can actually do this. Insurance is actually pretty good. I was learning things quickly, and I knew the concepts and I knew the industry. I was already starting to pick it up, right, very quickly. But the business part of it, the marketing, the going out to meet customers and doing all these home appointments. I was doing a lot of appointments. I would go to customers' homes and do a proposal with them for all of their insurance needs. You got car insurance, life insurance, and homeowners insurance. I did all of that. I was working for a big, large insurance company, well known. You see their commercials on TV all the time. But I didn't have a lot of time to do that because I was working at it. Not even part-time, just very, very part-time, probably like, on the weekends, maybe a few hours every weekend. And it didn't succeed, of course, because I really couldn't focus my attention on it. It's not the fact that, it's not a good business. It's just that I didn't have that time. I didn't have that devotion. Even though I really wanted to succeed, I just didn't give myself that opportunity to go all in and just be full-time with it. And that's why I explained to my mom, I said, Mom, I've tried not just the insurance business, I tried other multi-level marketing businesses. I've tried online, I tried learning stuff to do online, but it didn't work because it required a lot of time, right? So when this opportunity that I'm in right now, when it came along, because I prepared myself throughout the years, I got out of debt. My wife and I, we paid off over $50,000 of debt because, I knew that it's going to hold me back. It's going to hold us back if we still have this debt load. Can you imagine? I'm pretty sure that some of you might have the same experience, but for us, it was a heavy load, right? $50,000, over $50,000 of debt. And that's something that I accumulated throughout the years. It was just a heavy burden, and we were paying like over $1,000 every single month just on the payments. And those were just like minimum payments, and it was just, it was something that we had to get rid of if we were going to move on in our life, if we're going to start a family, if we're going to buy a house, if we're going to start any type of business later on. So we got rid of all that extra weight, and that allowed me to, to minimize our finances a little bit, to downsize. It's not even really downsizing. It's just, we actually kind of upgraded because we went to a new house. We started a family. It's just the debt load prevented us from doing that earlier with the amount of income that we brought in. But now that we are debt free, besides our house, we don't spend a lot. We never really spent a lot anyways. But now we can live, a comfortable lifestyle. And that also opened up the door for me, the opportunity for me. When I saw this business opportunity to be a part of this mastermind group, it allowed me to take that opportunity to go full time. So I quit my job and I just jumped right in. I didn't jump in right away full time, but it took me just a month or so to realize, hey, you know what? This is a serious business that I am dedicated in doing, and I'm committed to making this time a success for me, because the potential is just amazing. I've never seen any business that pays the way that this business does, So I don't want to hype it up for anybody, but I'm just saying that, I've seen many businesses before, and, this is the business that I am, committed to, and I went all in and, got out of my job just so I could do this full time. And I got to tell you, it's actually really cool, to be able to work from home, and really you can work anywhere. You just need the internet, but it's nice to have that flexibility now. Well, anyways, going back to the conversation with my mom, right? So she said, oh, people don't just quit their jobs and just do this, and I explained to her that reason I just said right now. Then I also said to her, Mom, and that's why I'm telling you, I'm confident in myself, because I believe in myself that I can do this. I've tried other business before and I couldn't focus because of this reason. So I quit my job so I can do this on a real time basis, full time. I dedicate my time to this, and then I told her, the reason why you say a lot of people don't do it this way, they don't quit their jobs, is because they're not typical. They're not committed, right? I'm not saying that people who work a regular job and doing a business, they don't succeed. I'm just saying that typically when you have your attention divided, you're not focused, your full attention. If you fully focus your attention on something, then you'll have a much better chance at succeeding. So I told her, most people, they have their jobs as their backup plan, right? So I gave her this analogy, and I think it's a really good analogy. It just came out of the blues, and I thought it was really good. So that's why I want to share this analogy with you. So I remember like watching movies, right? And a lot of Chinese movies, you always have like this scene where they're crossing a bridge, right? And this bridge is man-made bridge. It's not the same kind of bridge you see that cars drive over, like the Golden Gate Bridge or all these other big suspension bridges that's made of metal and all of that. No, I'm talking about these long village bridges, right? That span across a bridge. Span across a river or something, right? And this bridge is made of rope with wooden planks, right? And it's long, and people are just crossing it. And then there's always, every scene, there's always like like a wood plank that's like all broken and battered, throughout the years, but it's people still try to cross it, and then eventually people see that, hey, that bridge is not safe. Don't go that direction. Go the long route or go a different route that's safer. Don't go that route where you're gonna get to your destination. Don't go that route. It's too scary. Look at the wind; it's gonna shake, and that's how you have to see your dreams and your goals, right? A lot of people, to be successful, a lot of people, they won't take that chance. They won't go across that bridge, that suspension bridge that's made of rope with wooden planks that's all broken up and stuff. They're not going to take that. So that's the analogy I gave my mom, right? I said, hey, you know what? A lot of people, they cross the bridge, right? They're like, I'm dedicated. Then they start walking across this bridge slowly. And then as soon as they get to a part where it starts getting wobbly and starts getting windy and stuff, right? They're like, oh no, whoa. They're getting scared. And they look back. And when they look back, they see their comfort zone. They see where they've been, what they're used to, what they're familiar with, what they're able to do. So while they're in the middle, right, they're shaking and they're looking back. And a lot of people, they turn back. They say, you know what, this is not safe. I'm starting to see it starting to shake, and I still have a ways to go. So they turn back and they start walking back, and they walk back to their land, to where they came from, the comfort zone, the security that they believe in. It's a false sense of security, So you go back into the rat race, go back into your normal life, and you settle for what you've always had, right? But I told my mom, this is me, I burned my bridges already. I already got rid of my backup plan. My job, I don't have a job, So I'm not working a regular job. So whatever money that comes in, I have to produce myself. So if I don't do this, if I don't cross this bridge, then I might, I might be dead or whatever, right? There's no income coming in. So I have to work. Even though it's shaky, right? I'm telling her, I'm trying to get her to visualize, I'm in the middle of this bridge, right? And it's shaky. I can see that it's shaky, right? And, I'm taking my next steps. I'm taking my next steps in that bridge with the wooden planks that's all broken up and stuff. And the wind is blowing and it's shaky, And then I tell her, you know what? I'm just going to keep walking, right? And it might be scary sometimes, but I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to keep taking that next step. And take next step, and then all of a sudden, my last step, it's solid, right? It's solid. I open my eyes, and there I am. I look back now, and I see across the way, the other side of the river, or the gorge, or the gap, or whatever, right? And I visualize myself making it to the other side. And the other side might not be like fully successful or whatever, right? But the next the other side represents the next level in my life, right? The next level of achievement, the next level of success, right? Because, life is a journey. You never really know what's the end is, right? Until you're not on this earth anymore. But if you keep moving, progressing forward, right? Maybe the next step would be climbing a mountain for me, right? It might be a harder challenge, but I'm ready to do that. If I can cross that bridge where at first, I might be afraid and stuff, but I cross it anyways, that means I have the confidence. I've grown. Now I'm ready for the next level and the next level and the next level. You build upon yourself, and then you become a totally different person. That's why I say to you guys, whatever you set your mind to, right now, maybe you do have a job, and that's okay to have a job, If I had to go back, I wouldn't change what I did, but, I would say to you to do what's right for you, So for me, I had the privilege, I have the option of having some backup money, right? To be able to do this, I don't believe in debt. That's the bottom line, The only thing we owe is our house, and I don't want to go back into credit card debt. I don't want to take out a loan to borrow money and do my business. I had money saved up already, and I had the money, that I earned, you know, that's my money that I'm using. So it allows me to step back from the job and do what I need to do and grow myself and start a business and make this business this time around successful. Okay, because I'm crossing that bridge right now. I'm crossing that bridge as we speak, and I'm gonna continue until my foot is planted on solid grounds on the other side. You see, so think of how many times you've tried something, right? You're trying to cross that bridge yourself in your life, and because of, you know, maybe fear, or because of just a lot of people speaking all of these, you know, thoughts into your mind, right? Of how hard it is, or come back, this is better, don't do that. You know, maybe all of those thoughts came to your senses and you're like, oh, you know, I better go back. You know, how many times have you tried that? How many times have you tried to do something and you really want to do it, but you always allow yourself to fall back and go back to where you came from, right? I think this is the year 2014 where this is a big change, a year for me, and I believe it's for you as well. You can make this your year for exponential growth, you know, to be successful. Whether it's with us in our business or not, or in your own business, or just your own personal goals, make this year your year to accomplish, to achieve it, to conquer it once and for all. You know, don't go back to the old you where you're just, you know, you're afraid to take that next step forward. You know, take that next step forward. Close your eyes if you have to, you know, but just take that next step forward. Because if you keep doing that, you will succeed. And I believe that you will succeed in whatever your mind sets. You know, whatever you set your mind to, you can achieve it. So that's my message for you guys today. Cross that bridge, you know, and make yourself successful. If you guys have any questions for me, or if you like this video, please share it with your friends. Like it. You know, when you like my videos, it helps me because it makes my videos viewable for other people who search for some of these terms. So it helps me out. It helps me to stand out also, because in this industry, you gotta also stand out. You know, being genuine for me, that's more important. But if I can get, you know, seen, or my videos are seen by more people, that helps me grow my business. So if you guys like this video, please don't be afraid to click that like button, you know, and put some comments on there, because when you comment, it also shows, like, you know, YouTube and the internet searches that there's people watching these videos. So comment and like it and share it if you know of someone who can listen to this message and it might affect them some way. But yeah, until next time, you guys, if you want to check out our business, check out the system that I use to make money online, click that link. You know, check it out for yourself. Be your own judge. If it makes sense for you and you want to make a difference in your life, join the team. Decide to join. Take that first step. Come be a part of our mastermind group. All right, I think that's long enough. It's 18 minutes already. So until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, you know, just don't be so stressed out, because life is too short to be stressed. So until next time, you guys, peace.